this Mother Earth energy that comes out every once in a while and supposed to be giving her flowers while she's here. But I feel like they just want to leave it bare. I've been seeing a lot of like bare trees, like bare, decrepit, kind of like when they lose all of their leaves in the fall. And it's all about love and war. And it's all about coming in and dividing to conquer the Empress's land. And this is why, especially here in the Americas, where there were matriarchal societies first, and bringing their foreign women in. Now, again, we're just talking energy. I have, like I said, it is what it is. We're all just vessels of some type of light. You're going to be either the bright or dark. I'm happy to be someone of that white or pure light. I wasn't always of that. People think because you're telling your story from now, you know what I'm saying, that they that means that you're saying that you're better than somebody, or you've never made mistakes, or you've never been somebody of another type of light. But the thing that I can say, this is the beauty when it comes to this situation, is when I actually sensed that higher purpose, that higher calling, that higher, I submitted to it, and I'm a person that doesn't like to submit to but I felt like it was right. It was real. It was raw. And, I submitted to this, and I felt like this has to be what God is. You know what I'm saying? And I've been trying my best to follow that light. At first I'm freaking out. Like, I'm going to have to, you mean leave everything and things like this? So it took me some time. But once I got to that time and realized, then you start to realize that, man, maybe everybody involved in this is not like your friend. Maybe they don't want your best, because again, you do have to deal with guides and other entities. Like, this is what I'm saying. Jesus had to deal with crooks and robbers and probably, molesters and rapists and stuff like that. So again, that's why when I feel like these energies came in, I didn't judge a book by its cover. But again, knowing that there's not one good man, that must be something. It's almost like it's nature call to, I'm wondering again if that energy of nature's call could be to have a time where man is trying to create some type of depopulation, but this is nature's call to freeze something here, where men are not treating women and they're choosing other pleasures over women, right? And there's only a few, or if none. Do you see what I'm saying? Because nowadays we have it where some men can be so much in the likeness of a woman, down to reconstructive energy. That they feel like they can do without that. So every time we get a leg up or a step up when it comes to the womb, something happens. It's like something finds a way to come and confuse the language, to restrict the message, to delay change. And I feel like this is not I won't say the 144,000, but this is not, it's like a lot of people are going to go through the motions. Many are called, but only few are chosen. But we're wondering if this is a time where Satan is running things from heaven. Most of those that are going to be chosen and exalted in worship are the lesser beings. I feel like just like they're trying to make me feel like I've fallen out of grace, I feel like it's the same thing that's happening to this masculine, but I feel like this masculine may be a little bit more overwhelmed because they can move. They can make moves, and they can just do something. They can just find someone else that looks to be in the likeness of God, that looks to be pure, that looks to be, as long as they can keep. And I feel like this is a work of some feminine energy coming in on a masculine energy, trying to steal the position of the Empress, using her sorcery and her spell work, which this masculine may not even be used to. It could be a male, female, masculine, whatever it is, okay? It's very powerful, see? Because like they say that Satan can do the same things. He can try to do the same or emulate the same miracles that God does. But again, God is really close with Satan. Remember, it was one of the most beautiful angels until Satan or Lucifer fell. I'll say Lucifer, the morning star. But Yeshua actually was the morning star as well. But I feel like that illumination, that Christ energy, is always going to be bright. And I feel as long as I keep my mind on that I don't know, I guess it is something about the crown or the corona, the chakra. I feel like that satanic energy or those principalities and rulers in high places, it's just like, I don't know. I'm like, even if you don't even want to look at me as that light, can we not see like the plight? I don't know. Can people not see? It's very disturbing for me. Not for me, because I don't even know. I don't have no expectations going into this. If the masculine is going to be rich or poor, I just know who the masculine is. So to think that you're going to be stripped down to that one person that you're supposed to connect to, and to wake up every day feeling like you've been neglected or rejected by this person, and to still have to be strong and face the people. Because whatever this is out of your hand. You're doing your best, but it's out of your hands at this point. Because I don't know what culture of people is just going to, if you look at even certain tribes in Africa or things like this, I used to watch stuff like that on like the Discovery Channel. These people make sure they keep that woman guarded. They keep her protected. They watch. And this is what I'm saying about every other group of people in every other community except for so-called African Americans. And people get upset when I state these things. It's almost like you should feel bad for wanting more or asking source, what's wrong with this? I know this relationship is okay, but like something is, and then somebody coming and bringing some. And that's what I'm saying. These whole things of this concept of family and marriage and stuff like that. I feel like whatever this is stronger than that. Whatever this is, it should be, it kind of overrides all that. And that's why the connection was able to happen. But then we mix that whole thing of what's going on in the world or these worldly things and documents and stuff like that. And it's only when it comes to this one relationship. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like these people should not be able to get together and figure out what it is they have to change and alter and help each other fix this. Because I feel like that's not, I feel like it's not right for people to be set aside or changed. And again, to me, this is chemical warfare from the definition that I'm receiving from etymology. Confusing the language, messing with mind control, messing with agents that might tamper with the mind or manipulate situations to change or alter destinies. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing. If you think about the West world or us being in some type of simulation or something, I feel like if there was a chance for us to not have this so-called big battle of Armageddon, but I feel like what I'm being showed here is in the future, it's about to get horrific. Like it's about to be, like we've been getting a perception of it. That's for them to program your mind to get ready for something like that. These things, I think it's a spectacle when it comes to some of these images that we're getting of war, but not for too much longer. Something is going to happen that's going to bring it to fruition. So people, the layers are going to start falling off. The mask is going to start falling off of this whole thing. And we're going to actually be able to see it for what it is. War on humanity. Innocent people being mowed down, hit with missiles, struck by things, stuck by sharp sickles from these laboratories. You even think labor when you think labor. I don't know why I said laboratory. I think it's from a cartoon or something, but using actual agents on people. And I feel like the energy that's been around me for the past 48 hours is trying to reveal that. That I feel like some of these people that may have gone within lineage or whatever to the other side that I may communicate with are warning that somebody closest to them were responsible for taking them down. I really want to take you down. This is another close energy. And I feel like, again, they come in to get your trust or whatever. And then when you start walking away, if they see that you're not really, engaging anymore, then that's when they try to take you down. There's clusters of 3 or 4 or whatever where this happens with. And these people, you can't find them to do good. They only seem as if they're going to. And I thought for this chance, when I seen this masculine and I seen how beautiful he was and I seen that part of him, even a little bit of that darkness, I thought that I seen something. I don't know, like a form of greatness. I was even, and it's almost like they kind of like embarrass this feminine over and over again. It's like, it's like total disrespect though. But it's also a part of the process though. It's a learning, I agree when people say certain things, but when they say things like, you keep letting somebody in and things like this, that's how you know that they don't know how it works at the top. It's almost like when you're chosen, you don't get to choose. Rather, these things are actually going on and they're things that you can't comprehend or you can't see, the things seen and unseen, past, present, and future. And that's just your DNA, your bloodline has to deal with these type of individuals every time. I felt like, I don't know, there's a new thing. But I was wondering, what family in these cultures do you see them have their most prized possession in their family hung out to dry? The hangman energy. So they can feed up. That's the true energy of cannibalism. I was watching that energy with something stood out to me about Elijah, because I was trying to figure out who is the Elijah in my life on the originals. But I'm also seeing that energy of 𝑦𝑒ℎOVAH. 𝑦𝑒ℎOVAH. 𝑗𝑒ℎOVAH. 𝘨𝑗𝑒ℎOVAH. Mm. It's almost like a swapping of destinies here. Like somebody did try they gave the appearance that they tried their best, but initially they knew that it was going to end up going back. Like everybody broke off to kind of be doing this coup. And then when they feel like they dropped the tower on the Empress, they could go back to their lives as if they're okay with their relationships and things. I'm hearing like it's all this talk about divorces and all this talk about, all these things or whatever. And the whole time the Empress sees it all and she tries to hold it in. She tries not to she tattletales when it comes to God or when it comes to an unjust energy. It's some things that she knows she doesn't understand about this process, but there's a sense of loyalty there where she knows where and where not to cross the line until she starts to see about these people are all vipers. It's almost like Hope in original sitting there and her father walking away from her and leaving her in that room with all them snakes and all those vipers coming at her. And then the whole thing about Elijah, which was her main protector, right? Supposedly. He went to New York and got mesmerized or pulled in by somebody that actually, and I feel like he was, well, he did get compelled, but I feel like this could be also brainwashing or something like this that could be happening. Right? And he went to New York and met somebody. And I feel like that somebody, that energy of that somebody, it gave me a little bit of my essence or my soul mixed with somebody else's, like the sun and the moon. Somebody that want to win at all costs. And all they do is behind the scenes in the dark. And they want to rub that presence off on the sun or the Empress. Because with their laws or their lies and their manipulation, their doctored up documents, the things that they're doing with their hands from the book of Enoch, which is going to send them straight to hell or death. Because they try to use these same things in order to imprison the Empress or press upon the Empress. With their Queen of Cups energy of stalking, making her life a miserable hell, even probably having access and breaking and entering into her home, smiling in her face and the Emperor's face the whole time. They want to take both of your place. But I think that Elijah found out that this girl was doing these things, but still didn't care. I believe that whole energy was it was like spell work, spell casting, mesmerizing or something. Captivated, not true love. He left his true love, which was his family, behind. Now, this is the thing, what I'm saying even about that kind of energy. Usually before you leave a company or before you leave, you mentor someone. Now, some of these things have been a test. But usually the person knows, hey, I'm going to be mentoring you for this. And this is what we expect and blah, blah, blah. But no, these people just watched and laughed and mocked and ridiculed and said, let this person, since they're so psychic, figure it out on their own. This is when father against mother, mother against brother, sister against, that's this energy. Realizing that really to these beings that are man and these Anunnaki energies, you're all just fair game. I'm talking the world card, because you still have all the beasts of the field. They sitting there thinking that they're going up higher and higher and higher, but they're still just beasts of the field. It don't matter what you got on that document, white, Moorish, black, American, doesn't matter. You're still going to be looked at as that chattel energy. It's only the real killers that get to the top. See, it's making me think about that whole time when, matter of fact, well, damn, we talking Jehovah. It's making me think about that time when, I don't know why I'm hearing real friends, okay? When we seen that so-called breakdown, which was somebody maybe just speaking the truth and risking it all to tell the truth. as they see it. Some people think, oh, well, this person must have knew about this, but you don't realize that sometimes you don't. It's like being a detective 24 hours a day about everything you put in your mouth, the people that's around you, if you can trust them. And usually, like I said, when it comes to a kingdom, there's people already operating in that kingdom to be able to let you know and identify these things. But the whole kingdom is against the cornerstone or the capstone. So it's funny. I've been seeing like a lot of reunion energy with, you know, the Carter family. While they're trying to give the impression of the fall of another. I feel like there's a twist, but because a lot of times when it comes to us royals, you know, in society, we're not even really in charge, even the ones that's way up. That's what I'm saying about the whole thing. That's why they work together to come down and confuse our language, our love language, loyalty, respect, these things. Even with love all, no, you should not. There's some that you should shun. There's some you should cut the fuck off immediately. There's some that you're going to have in your corner the whole time, even when they're doing wrong, but it's kind of like keeping your enemy closer. And that's why I feel like it's woman up, man up. If I'm woman enough to address my situation and say, hey, I have these connections telepathically, you know what I'm saying, with my, again, with the Taurus or whatever, okay, that's here in the 3D. That's supposed to be almost like a protector of me. Somebody that's supposedly not ever supposed to turn. This is my community. This is Enoch energy dealing with source in the beginning of this thing 2 years ago. That you're welcome to stay here as long, but you know, you're going to have to conduct yourself or whatever. Or when it comes to a point where it gets sour, you know, then, you know, it's the situation where this is the thing. And I think these masculines know that the masculine is supposed to be there to have his hand out and carry you on to the next destination. What place do you think that sells their daughter off to another tribe or something? And they just sit there and tell her to just take a backpack or something and go down the road and find her way there. No, it's a whole fucking ceremony. You got the whole tribe coming over here from that tribe. They got cattle and flowers and shit around their neck. You know what I'm saying? They come in and then they come and it's like a party or something like that. And then they go away with this woman in a carriage or something. So I don't want to hear nothing about nobody saying what the Empress is doing and she blocking this and she's scared and she all this. The Empress is all the fuck in. The Empress been in for about the last 6 months. The same 6 months where she decided she's going to take her risk of being in this relationship and be bold enough to be open with this person she's in this relationship with, knowing that we still have this documentation supposedly. But there's a separation. But legally, it's still a connection here. I've seen the visions of this person taking somebody in with a tender glove and knowing that they may not be savvy with these type of things and actually reserving themselves actually from being with that feminine energy and helping her get this person may be more savvy or may have the tools it takes to, you know, get her to that next step. And keeping their distance and keeping their hands off until those parts are done. This is a very sensitive or a case sensitive situation here. And it's not like she can't do it on her own. That's what I'm saying. The Empress is too busy being fucking God on earth. Like, what is you talking about? She's nourishing. It's her teats that fed the pharaohs and some of these masculines when she first was brought into this energy. She went through the motions. I went through the body changes and didn't come on here and say every single thing that was going on with me. Until I realized you can't be all the way silent. Because now these people are trying to take advantage. And you don't know who's who. So to make it seem like the Empress has to go and hunt down, and even if this is a situation that I feel like confusing the language is also having me in a more masculine energy when it benefits them, when they want to come and do see what change financially or something like that and see that they're still pretty not, but I'm too busy being the Empress. So you want me to be the emperor when you coming in to check on finances or some kind of, to see if I'm moving in that direction. But it's so, although I've balanced out both energies, the society wants to keep a wobbling, like a Two of Pentacles energy going back and forth with this. And then when they want to come in and maybe have access to your vassal, then you can be feminine. We need you to be feminine. We want you to dance and be yourself and be free and play and stuff like that. And then, you know, when you go to bed at night, you don't even know what the fuck is going. So that's what I'm saying. Like, some of this stuff is just like, and then a lot of this times you have had to reserve your heart, walk away and turn. Like, I just want people to know how it really happened. For the next gen, if I'm not gonna fucking be here, my thing is just for people to know how the shit really went down. Also, this projecting of other energies or other masculine energies around or trying to get in on the Empress. The real reason why the southern border, low key, it has an allegorical meaning, is still open. So once they wean this masculine off of his real true Empress and attach him to something in the likeness of, these people can keep, witches, warlocks, other individuals can keep this Empress in a situation where they will be able to continue to feed off of her. Society can feed off of her by blocking her steps. And you can't tell me that it's not that way. Because you can tell me all day, well, why don't you get up and do something about it? Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm being an entrepreneur. I'm focused on my business and my things like this. But if we have people over me that can restrict me from being able to do that, then it's not my fault. And if you think that I'm silly enough to step off of a platform without having something else set up and then I'm just done for good, and some other bitch coming up in here in the kingdom, you see what I'm saying? Then that's a problem for you. Because I feel like this is as equally mine as it is theirs, especially in the state that I live in. So if we got to be two people while I'm trying to get my shit together in the same place so I can, you know what I'm saying, use that, then that's what that would be. See, they want to take somebody that is a royal heir or of high society and plant them in a position where they're working minimum wage, knowing that you'll never be able to get anywhere from there. I can say, well, okay, I'm tired of these people talking about I don't have no money, but I am motherfucking money, bitch. The fuck is you talking about? Many people have made lots of money to fuck off of me and think I'm supposed to walk away silently. These are the things in the behind the scenes that I can see. It's that backlight. It's a gift from source, I guess, in a sense, knowing that all of these people and all of these situations are going to happen. All these people. That's why I'm able to get away with doing the things that I do, because it's not out of any kind of spiteful act. I can use all of these different tools that have been given to me without using magic. I don't even know what the fuck magic really is. I just know that I have tools. I have a mouth that can cut like a sword. You know what I'm saying? But it's speaking the truth. It's speaking what I'm... And that's what about being a messenger. It's a message. That inner alchemy to level things out and fix things out for myself when people are all against me and I feel like I have nowhere to go. Not even to the people that were, you know, promised to be fair or love and be patient and kind. You know what I'm saying? So again, till death do us part. So again, this would be the energy of somebody trying to kill somebody or use something to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? In order so that they can do whatever. And it's sad because you know that this is what these people are up to the whole damn entire time. But you're trying to keep it cool and cordial. You have to be strong. You have to be that queen or that empress to still show your face, to let them know that, you know, everything is strong here, because you have people working against you to try to make it seem like, you know, you lost your mind, make it seem like these things like this, when you don't do things their way. But it's almost like that's the way of man. People are confusing the way of man, penalizing innocent people, persecuting innocent people, and try to say that that's God's judgment. No, it's not. Believe me, it's people on this plane that don't want certain connections to happen as well, because they're going to lose their fucking job, but they're going to lose their life instead for fucking with that particular supreme energy. They think they got it all figured out. And it's almost like that energy of my Father in heaven is watching you. So that message that somebody delivered and then they deleted it with the masculine, speaking my name. While I'm watching that, somebody else is watching as well. And I think that's the part. I have to have faith that these people are going to be the good people. That's the good thing about feeling like somebody's watching you 24 hours a day. Is because when I'm doing that, somebody else is watching me. Now, will they be the people that they're supposed to be and, you know what I'm saying, stand up for somebody? Or will they not? That's what I'm saying. Because people think they're funny. They think they can show visuals and things like this and then take it away. And like nobody saw it. But I do feel like maybe that energy, that is that energy of a father figure or somebody that even maybe begot somebody because of what was going on inside of me, speaking through me. Because we do have, again, when we're talking about the two batons, we have a lot in common. I think it's the fun, feisty, you know, kind of like somehow energy with the scorpionic energy. And I feel like with the Gemini, it's like a very spearheading, visionary, creator, architect kind of energy of what all this is or should be. Builders, nation builders. The other part is talent. The scorpionic energy is more like that talented, that more, you know, jack of all trades kind of energy. Inspiring kind of energy here. With the Taurus is more of that grounding energy. Being able to weather the storm and still stand strong regardless of what comes. These are, nobody can judge, no man on this earth can judge me for that. Because again, physically, there's only one masculine that have even been close to me. And I had to, that's the thing, the things that people don't see. The whole celibate energy. This is frustrating this masculine, right? And then I'm supposed to feel bad. But maybe again, mentally, this masculine already put me to the side. You know what I'm saying? There's no proof of this or anything, but mentally, because of me reserving myself. So it's like somebody is waiting for something to crash. But if it's a love, why would you do that? There should have already been some type of transaction here. There should not be luring. It's like thou shalt not tempt the Lord. There should not be any luring energy like come find me. What the fuck is that? Do you think these people weren't aware of what village they were going to claim their bride? Or going through this transition that this bride wasn't going to have some support or be bringing a group of women with her into this new kingdom or something like that, that would be at her royal court with her? That she even had to pick through these people to see who's the vipers in the garden. You see what I'm saying? So everything has been compacted into like this 2-year time limit. But it feels like nothing has been built and everything that was already there, the foundation, is crumbling. That's not by the hand of God because, again, my source or my God is not the author of confusion. And then, yeah, we can say rejection is protection, but is it all the time? That's to make me tuck tail or turn around and say, well, yeah, I guess so. So I just had to let this masculine go to another motherfucker. You out your motherfucking mind. And the funny thing is somebody going to get him, but he'll still be mine. That's somebody that don't care about themselves that much that they so willing to share. With somebody that they can't stand. I've had conversations like this with people before. I feel like everybody should be, all hands should be on deck. Everybody should know what's going on. The fact that they got to keep the Empress out in the cold from knowing what's going on lets you know who is the real motherfucking goat in the first place. And it don't make her less of a fucking goat because everybody around her is liars and snakes and schemers and scammers. It doesn't. It's an unbreakable fucking spirit. It's beyond even being able to get embarrassed by what these people are doing, because they should be embarrassing themselves. Anybody with a right mind still left on this plane will see that these people are embarrassing themselves. That they are actually the ones that's disrespectful and dishonorable. Hold on, my daughter's showing me her drawing. I'll be back. Hold on one second.